Hello, hello. Are we back? Are we back? Okay, perfect. Let me just... I had to restart my computer, guys. I'm sorry. For some reason, Streamlabs crashed. It wasn't re-up thinging. Yeah, welcome back. Hi, guys. Let me just restart everything. Give me a second. I had to restart my entire computer. It was not having any of it. It was like, no, I will not restart. So Streamlabs crashed. And it would not start up again. And I was like, come on. Ads, but we are back. We are back. Okay. Well, I'll wait a bit for the ads to subside. I'm hoping that my iPad can re-thing. Are we good? Please? Oh, thank goodness. This is the picture I was trying to show to you. The notification just went out. Wow. Oh, darn it. It was only 2 ads. Okay. We're back. Are we 100% back? Everyone here. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that happened. It's happened before where I've just gone from blank, from like different scenes, and it's just been like, nope, not doing it. Not doing it. Yeah, it gets hit by 2 bags. Oh, almost back. Well, obviously with ads, you're supporting the channel. Oh, gosh. Is everything working? Are we back? Can you kind of see me swiping between pictures here? Sorry about that, guys. We have returned. Awkward. So what I was talking about was like how I wanted... Looks good? Awesome. Thanks, Trajugner. Thank you. The way I kind of wanted Cleo and... Hi all, you usually can't make streams. Well, it's wonderful to have you here, Lisa. Thank you so much for following. It's so kind of you. Welcome. Welcome to the absolute chaos that is Miss Katie Rose stream. Everything is fine. Good to know. Thank you guys. Thanks for letting me know. Darn it. I'm kind of beating myself up a bit with that, but there's nothing I can do really if it just decides to just loll by me. Yeah, it's awesome to have you here, Lisa. Glad you could make a stream. Right. What I wanted to do with Cleo and going back to what I was talking about before the crash happened, what I wanted to do with Cleo and Martin's kind of discourse is have compositional parallels to Mumbo and send help. Shall I hydrate for you? I'll hydrate, even without the hydrate. Even though I'm sure. Hope you can make it to more streams. Exactly. If you want to stay up to date with the whole community, we're very active on our Discord channel. Does anyone want to plug the Discord? While I continue talking, because we do have a Discord channel where we're a cool group of peeps. I'd like to say we are a cool group of peeps hanging out there. Anyway, compositional similarities between Cleo and Martin and Green and Mumbo in the last life. Can't beat you up for it. So in last life when Green turned red, like the compositional similarities, and kind of when Cleo and Martin are at odds on that bridge, it's kind of like this composition, only with a broken bridge in the middle. And then when Martin accidentally pushes her off the bridge, either like him reaching out for her like that, or kind of instead of Green getting hit in the back here, it's her falling back. And since Martin was very close to her, it's him reaching out, trying to grab her shirt to help her up. And yeah, she falls. And it could be maybe Martin reaching out there. Just a combination of some of these. Sends mad noises at your Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do, Ellie, I'm afraid, from our distances. So either like some sort of mix of the compositions here might be kind of cool, showing the compositional parallels. Probably not anything that anyone's going to pick up on, but you know, I like that idea. And I get him to swap our places. It can't be too many pictures because it's a very, very short part. Like as soon as you said the message. Boy, you're not helping. No, yeah. So it's a very, very short part, and this is something that I had a problem with because in my previous version, if I just maybe look up this previous version, short version, I had more room. Yeah, you don't want to hurt me. There was a lot more space with Martin pushing Cleo in the canyon there, and I could kind of concentrate on that more. But I can't really do it here. It's a very short one, and I really wanted to add that story point because I think it's an important story point. So yeah, not a lot of space there. But we'll see. Maybe I'll kind of have it bleed into the next part, because the next part is incredibly long and I could show that with very few frames. So we've got be running up that road, be running up that hill, be running up that building, which is Ren Dog Mart and Martin summoning Pearl for the Frog Dog Log Alliance, with like fire in the background, and you've got, I imagine, this really menacing Pearl shot where you've got perspective from below looking up at her, and she's highlighted by the fire, illuminated by the fire. I think she's on a horse as well. So it's just like menacing Pearl and they're summoning the demon, and oh, yes, I'm up for it. I'm all here for it. So I look forward to drawing that. Broken Hearts Club? Exactly. But although I do personally prefer the Frog Dog Log Alliance, naming wise. Somehow Ren and Martin always build up some sort of club. The two of them, honestly, the two of them are the real soulmates, those two. They can't stay away from each other in these series. Hiya, Melody, nice to have you here, welcome. We're kind of going through my notes for the animatic that I'm going to draw to the Double Life series. We're on to the second, whatchamacallit, chorus, and I think like session 4. I think, I'm not sure. Or session 3, I don't know. Whenever the Log Dog Frog line started. And then like transitioning out of that meeting, Bigby explodes, and I don't know how to do this in very few frames. I guess I've got like the instrumental that I can bleed into if it takes more frames than I wanted to, and I want to give more space to the frames. So to the story that I'm trying to tell, the part of the story I'm trying to tell. Because honestly, the following instrumental has 16 beats, and I have no plan on what to do with it. I have no idea what I'm going to do in this instrumental. I can shorten this instrumental to 8 beats, and I think I will. But then afterwards, we've still got a 4-beat pause, and I'm like, I don't know what to do in this time. I might have to rejig everything. I guess I could do a couple of stuff from session 4 in there, the chaos. I don't know. Maybe the warden's dying. I don't know. So if only could. Bigby dies, and Martin reaches out to Ren as his body goes limp, and Martin then has a flashback to when Ren went to his red life in Third Life, you know, when Martin was forced to behead his own partner so that he could become the Red King. And it's just basically Martin's having a flashback to Ren lying on the altar of Dog Wars, where he lies, but in reality he's lying on the hill. I love me some angst. And that's another flashback that we have. And parallels to previous seasons. Yay. I love me some angsty parallels. And like I said, then we have the instrumental, where I have no idea what to do. Maybe I could maybe that's the point for a bit of, you know, a silhouette action, because, you know, it's not a Katie Life or an Everin Life animatic of the Life series without some sort of dramatic silhouetting. Come on, guys, let's be honest. So maybe I can add it in there. Who knows? But I don't want it to be like forced in. I have no idea. Ooh, angst, yay. We love angst. Angst is the best. Angst mixed with comfort is also amazing. So yeah, 16 beats of instrumental that I somehow have to fill. I don't know how. Maybe with the silhouette-wise, showing the dynamics that at that point the different lifers, the different soulmates have, I guess. You know what? You love in fandom crossovers where someone makes an animatic based on a fic or writes a fic version of an animatic. That's so cool. Shows the talent involved. I have a lot of like. I'm too mainstream. I feel like sometimes I'm too mainstream for that. Like, I loved Sadist's Passerine animatic, but I had no idea what was going on because I hadn't read it then. So like, and I don't know. You kind of need to be in the loop of the fanfics or the writing to appreciate the animatic properly. And usually I discover the animatics before I discover the fics, so it's like I don't have the same connection to the animatic because, yeah, discovered it later. Anyway. So yeah, instrumental, no idea what to do in it. Maybe some silhouette action, but I don't want it to destroy. Revisit the string, those beats. Could do. Could do. Revisit string theory. Sure, I'll write down revisit string theory. My notes are a mess. Yeah, Bigby dies. Martin reaches out to Ren's dead body. Flashback to I love seeing fan art of fanfics that I've already read. That is just... yes! It's like, oh my gosh, it's how I imagined it. That's always cool. Right, should we move on to the next one? I think this is the final page that I have planned. And this one's very subject to change, and I think I've already kind of fiddled around with it. My notes here are a mess. But this is kind of like the bridge, I guess. Because like, it's you and me, we won't be unhappy. Oh, come on, baby, come on, darling, let me steal this moment from you now. That kind of thing. And I thought because it's kind of got 3 groups of lyrics here, and I think the 3 groups would fit perfectly to the 3 people that went red in that session. And I'm gonna have a bit of a play around with it first, because first I did it chronologically, but it doesn't really make sense like the song. I feel like Impulse and B-Dubs' death isn't that dramatic. It's kind of more of a sad one, rather than a dramatic and big time one. So this might go into the quiet part. Oh, that is you and me. Yeah. And the whole idea of that is Ren Bludgerade goes for B-Dubs. And then it's kind of Impulse who's further away reaching out for B-Dubs it's like Impulse bleeding out from the stab wound that B-Dubs has, something like that. And it's like a parallel to maybe the first slide of the animatic where they find each other. It would have been dramatic if that was their last death, but you know. One part literally just says arrow. That's fair if you can understand it. You're not broadcasting it to the internet. String can also bind hands. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think with a string, it's also very possible to kind of show the dynamics. Like, depending, we had like the theory where first I'd had it on the finger, right? Or we thought one could also connect it to the heart, or have it around the neck. And each of them, depending on which one I show, has different implications behind it. Like, if it's around the neck, you're trapped by the soulbound curse. If it's around the heart, it fills you with warmth. That kind of thing, right? And it's just, I feel like I shouldn't maybe limit myself to one visual reference, because depending on the relationship that the soulmates have, it could have that kind of implications, like it's strangling. Oh, please don't tell me that I'm crashing again. So like for Green, it could be around his neck because he feels trapped by the soulmate curse. For Impulse and Bigby? For Impulse and B-Dubs, it could be around their hearts because they're actually happy to be together. For maybe like someone like Joel and Etho, it's around their finger because it's like a business relationship, that kind of thing, right? Business agreement. So depending on the soulmate, that maybe with that we could also show binding hands, different visuals. Because it could kind of like show how it affects people like that. We'll see. We'll see. That's already made me feel a lot better about that instrumental because, like I said, I had no plan. Anyway, these parts, and I'm going to shuffle them around, and it also depends on what comes next. And you can see this page is incredibly empty because I have not planned it yet. Yeah, they'd be like together, but their string would be leading off somewhere else. And it could be like Scott's string could be around his neck, but then when it connects to Pearl, it could be her around her heart because she actually wanted the string can also pull the partner to their fate, like Martin being pulled down. Oh, Lisa, I really wish I had the time to do that. Oh dear. Welcome back, Ellie. I wish I had the time to do that, man. Be so cool. I don't have the time in the animatic to do that. I might just separately draw a comic of it. Let me just see. I definitely drew their... I need to have a look at my sketchbook, my traditional sketchbook. I've got it right here next to me. Definitely drew their dynamics in some way. Yeah, them on the bridge. No, I didn't in the end. But I like maybe a whole comic where I want to concentrate on the animatic first. When I've done the animatic, if I am still inspired to do Double Life fan out, I think I'll make a whole comic of that. Around Pearl's heart, yeah. Oh. And you could kind of have a string leading on. Like you've got surrounding Pearl's heart, and then it leads, and then you follow the string, and it's around Scott's neck, and he's next to Cleo, and then it leads on to Martin, who's like... Maybe for Martin, because Martin also kind of still wants the soulmate, he wants to partner up with Cleo. Maybe it wraps around his neck and then leads to his heart. That would be quite cool. Anyway, there'd be so many cool visuals you could do with that. I'm actually really excited with that instrumental beat now. I hope it doesn't like take away from the flow of the animatic too much if I suddenly go to like very simple colors. We'll see. It's actually a very dramatic instrumental though, so... I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't think I have the energy to make really dramatic posing and stuff and story beats in the instrumental because that's too much brain power for me to figure out on my own without the help of lyrics, if that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, have we not got any sound anymore? What happened? Oh no, it's just the end of a song. That's fine. And then we'll start next one. Yeah, there we go. We're good. We are good. Just resort. My tabs are a mess after restarting my computer. It's triggering me a little bit, but that's fine. We'll push through. So yeah, with the bridge here, I'm gonna have to like have a jumble around, but the general idea is that this is separated into 3, and each part is one of the soulmates going to red, like they did in that episode. So right now it's chronological, like I said, but I'm going to mix it around. It also depends on what follows here, because I don't want characters to appear too much right next to each other. Primetary... Hanahaki? Never heard of that before, my dude. Never heard of Hanahaki angst. Don't know what that is. But for instance, if I, like in this thing, had the relationship burning down and Joel and Etho going feral, then I wouldn't really want, like at the beginning of the thing, I wouldn't really want it to be Joel and Etho to be at the end here. I mean, you've got another instrumental that's 2.5 beats again. So I wouldn't want them to be at the end there, because then otherwise it'll be very Joel and Etho heavy. So my thought is, I haven't really planned it there, but I think it's very possible that in this chorus we'll have Joel and Etho somewhere. I like the idea of I'd get him to swap our places, being Grian wishing he hadn't killed Ren, you know, also killing Bigby, kind of mourning Bigby like that. I like that idea. But anyway, I think that would fit nicely there. I'll plan that all later, because this is session 5. I've only planned up to session 4. I need to spend some time with it. Yeah, and then these 2 parts are a little more dramatic, and it'll be Tango and Jimmy and Etho and Joel, because those are slightly more dramatic deaths, in my opinion. A disease in which seemingly unrequited love manifests in the form of flowers in the lungs. Fatal unless feelings are confessed or reciprocated, or the flowers surgically removed. Goodness me. 9k points. Ellie has 9k points. Saving up for that 10k, eh? Interesting. It's a very interesting visual. But I wouldn't really know. I don't know. Who knows? I feel like I shouldn't mix metaphors. I think the string is a very easy metaphor to go by. I should keep to that. And it's very easy to follow. Yeah, I think I'll keep to it for now. Anyway, so concerning the deaths, like I said, don't think of them in this constellation, but basically Joel is getting fishing rodded up by Grian, because he was the one fishing rod up Joel, and actually the reason Joel died. So life will probably end next session. It means I start work. I might have some frame drawing streams like I've done with the previous animatics. We'll see. We'll see how progress progresses for me. Because I've got so many other projects that I'm doing. The Pearl SMP is like also another big thing, and I've got a whole bunch of creative projects with my friends Simon and Alina, aka Crumble and Skylar. It's so bad. And I start uni in September, and I don't think I'm gonna have time for all of these projects to finish them. But yeah, Double Life I think is one of my main priorities. I definitely want to finish that. The live series are just amazing. I don't have the energy for them to last too long, I'm gonna be honest, because it just takes a lot out of me just trying to figure it. Just because I like to make a story out of it. I'm having a good time. I just get very. And my problem is I get very consumed by stuff that I like, and that's probably why I don't really watch series, because I don't have the mental and energy and capacity in my heart to care for so many characters. Get great information in fandoms, especially unseen requited love can be romantic, platonic, or familial, as long as you feel you aren't loved or kind of okay. Entirely okay, cool. Yeah. I've lost my train of thought. I'm bad streamer. Or streamer brain, I guess, since we've been live for, live for 20 minutes now officially, but more than that, as you guys know. So, the deaths here are Joel getting fishing rodded by Grian, and I think the idea that Etho watching from the ground and then looking up to see what's going on, he has a flashback to how he killed Scar, because in Last Life, because Etho killed Scar mainly with a fishing rod in Last Life, and now their soulmates are in the same situation, only the roles are reversed. So instead of so it's like almost like very, very delayed revenge that Grian takes on Etho for Scar. I like that idea. And you kind of like got the flashback reflecting in Etho's eyes. Let's see. My notes say Joel getting fishing rodded by Bannock Grian, Etho seeing what's happening. And Joel turns into Scar for a split second, reflecting in his eyes. Yep. Flashback to Last Life. This is like our fourth flashback or something. I like flashbacks. Flashbacks are fun. And they have much angst potential and nostalgia and everything. And then they turn into the Unhinged Reds. That I can't wait to draw that frame, and it's going to be a callback to Joel's Unhinged Redness in Last Life. Unhinged Reds arrives, furious Joel uncalculated and cold Etho behind his shoulder. I can't wait to draw it, and I want to draw it so that shivers run down people's spines. I can't wait. And then we have Scott and Scott. Not Scott, anyone but Scott. Why did Scott just come out? I saw the S on for SG, Scar and Grian. So TJ, Tango and Jimmy, they're on the Enchanter platform with Scar and Grian, which is under siege. We zoom out, compositionally similar to Final Martin's Magic Mountain stand in the Everybody Wants to Rule the World animatic. Again, a compositional reference to it. We'll see if I've got enough time for it, because then we've got the Jimmy falls into the flames and it reaches out, and like that's another dynamic pose that I want to do, where he reaches up top. Joel's wrapped the trap work the first time. Yeah, true. He's learning. So Jimmy reaches out. Also, comment if I do draw this, which I will. That's the plan. If I had a nickel for how many times I've drawn Jimmy falling, I'd have 3 nickels. And it's not a lot, but it's weird it's happened thrice. So if, in case you're wondering, I drew Jimmy falling in... this is going to be awkward. I'm so scared. Hold on. What happens if I close this tab? I'm so scared to change the scene. Oh, perfect. I'm so scared to change the scene in case the thing crashes again. But, so I drew Jimmy falling. I need to open it again. I need to open the application again. Hi, welcome, random aeroplane. Need to reconnect via Bluetooth or screen sharing. There we go. So the first time I drew him falling was Scott pushing him off in Empires. The second time I drew him falling was... maybe I can just stop streaming. Yes, perfect. That's even easier. I'm just scared to go to the blank screen, otherwise I would. And the second time, obviously, in the Everybody Wants to Rule the World animatic, where he was pushed by... Where is he? Pushed by Grian. Fell to his death again. Let's mirror that again. There we go. Come on, load. It's taking a while. So yeah, that's the second time. And then the third time will be this. And I plan to make... B. It's just a comment like, it's a B. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna like, I've drawn this perspective, like looking down on someone falling multiple times. Like I did it with B-dubs. I did it with, what did I do it with? Scar falling down the bottom hole. And it's kind of similar to also Corrales falling. So yeah, Jimmy does that a lot. I've drawn him falling 3 times, which is a weird that it's happened thrice. But I'm kind of like, this is me testing on like dynamic posing and how I'm improving on that. I'm trying to improve, without taking courses and trying to learn organically, which is not helpful. I'm going to be honest. I think I could do it a lot quicker if I actually took a course and was trying to, The time for a quick flashback sequence of Jimmy's falls? Ooh. That's the question. There's a lot that I want to fit into this. I really wonder... I wonder if I could. Flash back to... L question mark? So, with the, going back to... Think of Scar counting down, landing like a superhero, and then being fine and Jimmy's falls. I don't have the time. Someone asked me if I was going to do Scar's bucket fall, but it just doesn't fit in the animatic. And I honestly wouldn't know how to make Scar look epic. It just doesn't fit his vibe. I don't know how to draw him in an epic pose. Funny that you mention it, Lisa, though. With because I've kind of like had a brain rot recently with writing fan fiction of species swap between the soulmates. And I've written one for Jimmy and Tango, and their species swap happens, like the whole concept is that a species swap happens when they respawn, and theirs happens like after Jimmy falls, so that when they get to their red life. So the beginning is actually describing a lot of what like Jimmy's fall and how he kind of flashes back to last life. So yeah, I'll upload that episode this evening if I don't have major tweaks to do. I do want to read through it again because I can't quite remember if there's anything that I wanted to change. Was too cool for his animatic, yeah. True, Ellie, definitely. Like quarter beats people barely see. The thing is, I'd have to set it up that beat would make sense, if you get what I mean. Like, I could imagine setting it up to maybe Grian standing on top of the platform, and while he's falling, Jimmy sees Grian. And then it flashes back to when Grian pushed him off the ledge. I could imagine setting it up like that. But how I have it in my mind is that you actually see, like, you're looking down at Jimmy. I guess I could flash to him falling on last life. But at the same time, I kind of want... exactly, you've captured that. I'm humming all the time. At the same time, if I wanted to flash back to last life, then I'd want it to be out of Jimmy's perspective. Because otherwise it makes it feel a whole much more personal, and it hits you in the gut more, I feel. So we'd have to maybe see Jimmy's perspective rather than just have a flashback looking down on Jimmy to how he flashed. We'll see. We'll see how I do it. Maybe the pose that I've got in mind just doesn't work out and I go for a different pose, similar to the Mumbo pose in Last Life. Maybe looking up at Grian while falling. But then if you think about it, are we looking from Grian's perspective, looking down at Jimmy? Or are we looking from Jimmy's perspective, looking up at Grian? That's the question. Because if we're looking up at Grian, then I could definitely imagine doing that Last Life flashback. If we're looking down at Jimmy, which I kind of more want to focus on, because I want to focus not on Grian's involvement in it, because he was barely involved. He didn't see Jimmy really fall off. But I want to really focus on Jimmy. His body flashes the other lives. Oof. That might be... I want to make it visually very obvious. Cat just stretching his legs and turned up his back. Oh. My cat has not left my side since I got back on holiday. Well, they have now since I've locked them out of the room, but you know. Maybe Green flashes back to pushing Jimmy off. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. But you kind of, again, have to set it up so that you're seeing from Green's perspective. So maybe like have a quick shot of Green looking over the edge, Jimmy falling, and then Jimmy falling. But then again, you're concentrating on Green again, which honestly, he's the least important person in this in this situation. It's Tango and Jimmy that are more important. Oh, I don't know. Miss you, Cat Simmer? Are you on holiday again? Right now, I guess. I don't know why I said again. I wanted to say I guess, but it came out as again. I always miss my cats when I'm away from them. So yeah, that's some food for thought. We'll see how I end up doing it. But I definitely have that little flashback in as a little teaser in the fic that I wrote. So yeah, keep an eye out for that, guys. And then we have, yeah, I've already kind of explained this. You're in the UK, awesome. I hear it's incredibly hot next week in the UK. So good luck surviving, I guess. Yeah, so yeah. Ren attacked B-dubs and Impulse goes limp reaching out for B-dubs because can't listen right now, just stopping you to say hi. Oh well. Hi, Zimmer. Even though you can't hear me. Yeah, Impulse is crouched open looking for B-dubs. Then we have an instrumental beat for 2.5 beats, which isn't long, I guess, so it's quite good that I don't have anything planned for there, because if I tried to sandwich something into there, it wouldn't work well. But, I mean, and like I said, maybe different timings here, just generally, this one's very loose. I might retime it, refiddle it all, I guess. Maybe. But then we move on to the next page, which is not yet planned, because I have not yet planned session 5. I like to watch all perspectives that I'm interested in watching. First, my first playing with Sanity. Oh no. I like to watch all perspectives that I intend on watching first before really planning what to put in the animatic where. So I haven't planned for it yet, because I do still want to watch Etho's perspective and Jimmy's. I think those... yeah. I might watch all the perspectives of people who've died. So I haven't watched Big B's in that sense yet. So I might just skip to his end just to see if he's got anything extra at the end. Because I've missed stuff like that before. That way before. And I don't want to miss stuff like that. Like, I always love the after death ghosts chatting. Can we just also appreciate the fact that Tango had 15 minutes of black screen because he didn't want to spoil the fact that he died. Anyway, yeah, that's all that I can say to these last life, to this planning of the animatics so far. I won't show any sketches yet because they're not final, they're very messy, they look awful. I've only seen Pearl so far, but I want to watch Tango, Big B's and Grian's. I always recommend Martin's perspective to people who haven't watched Martin's perspective. His editing and his like narrative and how everything kind of mixes up. He mixes, especially in this season, well with different people. So you kind of get a good idea of what's going on when you watch his perspective. So I always recommend Martin's editing and stuff like that to watch if people want to get a deeper knowledge about the live series. Have you ever thought about making an animatic to a song from Six the Musical? If I've seen it. I've heard the soundtrack and I'm not a massive fan of the soundtrack. I know people are going to come for me. There's text on the back screen. Yes, there was. Pancakes. True. I listened. It's one of those musicals that is like really hyped, and I think the idea of it is cool, and I think I've seen a bootleg. Also, don't come for me. But it's not one of those musicals that where I'd add songs to my playlist. I hope Zimon isn't listening to this right now because she might come for me because she loves the musical so much. And I'd honestly go and watch the musical with Zimon if she wanted to in the West End. Their interpretation of pop isn't for me. I don't like pop in general. I'm not a pop person. I don't like pop music. So maybe that's kind of what turned me off. Just the whole feel of it. I like the concept though, the way it's like a a concert, and then you vote on whoever you think is the true queen, I guess. But yeah. You still here? It's over. Go home. Go. Oh, really? I missed those. I kind of just sped past through it. Honestly, I didn't watch it all. It's over. Go home. Go. Interesting. Yeah. So I wouldn't ever make an animatic to a song that I don't really like. Especially one that doesn't inspire me. Kate Bush's Running Up the Hill did inspire me, but I didn't like the song, so I looked for a cover. That's kind of how that happened. And I actually, for Everyone Wants to Rule the World, I looked for a lot of different covers. Not Everyone Wants to Rule the World. It's the End of the World as We Know It. I looked for a lot of different covers of that song because I'm not a massive fan of that genre of music. It's the kind of music my dad listens to a lot, so it's got a bit of nostalgia to me because I used to listen to that a lot as a kid. But like, I wouldn't choose to listen to it on my own. I wouldn't put it on my playlist, right? But I couldn't really find a cover version that I liked, and it just fits so well to Hermitcraft, so I just had to do it. But now I hate the song, so yay, wonderful. So fan of Tango sitting sadly waiting alone after he died. Oh, where's Jimmy? Jimmy should be there too. Come on. Oh. Yeah, but there was someone, you think their name was this or something, who made animatics of Hearthstone and Get Down for Stress Monitor and Clear respectively. Really? Zilistic is definitely someone I follow. Are these recent animatics? Because I don't think I saw that. I don't think. Yeah, Zilistic art. I didn't see that. When was that? How far we've come? Oh yeah, Hearthstone. Oh, it's of their old ones. I'll have to have a look through their channel before I followed them. The first video of theirs that I watched is the guy who didn't like musicals moments, but it's Hermitcraft, and that is just chef's kiss. Beautiful. Anyway. From months ago. Yeah, it's quite a while ago, it looks like. Anyway. There he was in the darkness. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, exactly. Like, if you don't watch all the perspectives, Ellie, if you don't watch all the perspectives, then you kind of miss moments like that, because not everyone would have moments like that. And like, I didn't watch Skizzleman in Last Life, and he apparently had B-Dubs' last moments. He heard him call out for Ether, like, Ether, I'm ready for a life now. I'm ready for a life, before he died, because obviously B-Dubs' last video was corrupted and he couldn't upload it, which is so sad. So yeah, I regretted it, that I didn't hear that and I didn't see that. So I think I'm gonna just, even though if I don't usually watch their episodes or their content, I'm just gonna skip to the end. Because, yeah, I don't have the time to watch all perspectives. I overdid it for Last Life, I'm gonna be honest. I'm watching less perspectives this time. And it's actually quite good that there's like soulmates, because then you can watch one of the soulmates and then kind of skip through most of the others if they're with moments that they're together and they're not. Yeah. I think, is there anything we want to add to Double Life and the awesomeness? I don't know. I'm excited. I'm hyped for next week's episode. And I'm excited to draw the animatic. I'm going to continue working on it this week. And for the foreseeable future, obviously, until it's finished. Like I said, I watched only Scott for Third Life. I didn't watch Scott for Third Life. That's the thing. I only started watching Scott after Third Life, with like its empires and stuff. And who do I think will win? I am hoping so hard for a Martin and Cleo win. They're my number one hopes. I don't know how realistic it is. I think they've got a chance. But I've wanted Martin to win since the beginning. I'm a big Martin fan. And I think he's got a real chance with his skill set. He just needs to find... He just needs the tides of fate to be in his favour. And then, like Ellie said, my second hope is Small Etho. I really want them. I think they've got a good chance of winning. And the way that Etho is such a tactician, I think it would work real well. You really want Cleo to... Yeah, same here. Yeah, I think Small... Joel and Etho have a good chance of winning with how they play the game, as long as Joel doesn't go crazy and make a mistake. I think Impulse and B-Dubs don't have a chance of winning. Just because they're not great at PvP, either of them. They'd just have to trap. I guess if they're the last ones, they'd have to trap. Cleo and Martin, or Pearl and Scott, it would be great for an animatic. True. I don't really want Scott to win, I'm going to be honest, because he won the previous one. And I'm still a bit salty that he won the previous one, I think, because it was really bad for the storyline. I wanted Martin or Ren to win because that would fit the storyline perfectly. But no, Scott won in the end, which good for him, I guess. Good for him. But I don't want people to win multiple times, if that makes sense. I kind of want a new winner to be there because it kind of gets a bit same-ish if Green won again or if Scott won again. I want new winners, yeah? I want new winners. And story-wise, it would be awesome to have people who won new winners. So yeah, it'd be cool to see Martin and Cleo win. I guess from a story perspective, that would make the best ending, because you know they didn't follow up with the soulmate stuff. Do you want Green and Scott to win just because they couldn't win together in Third Life? I don't know. I guess you could have a story-wise flashback to Third Life if they won, but it would just be like meh. But yeah, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, obviously. Everyone can hope for their favourite people or the best couple or goodness knows what. For me, I'm just looking for a good story. So I hope it's a good end, climax. And I can't wait to be filling the rest of the animatic. By the way, guys, I've got like 3 choruses left. Yeah, 3 entire pages left to fill. I can definitely, and it's like 1, 2, 3, and then an outro part. So 3 choruses and an outro part I could still fill with lyrics, so I could really drag it out at the end. Or I could, cut out a chorus, which is still possible. I mean, they said that last episode that they won together, even though Green had to kill Scar. True. It would be kind of a bittersweet end. It would come full circle, I guess. But still. I don't want people to win multiple times. No. Anyway, I could really drag out the last part, but I don't think I will. I think I'll definitely cut out 1 chorus. We'll see if I cut out any other choruses. More than that. I definitely want the last part to be, so if I could be running up that hill with no problems, and then the outro part. I want this page to have stuff on it, to have drawings to it. And yeah, we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys to it because I am hungry. I need to have dinner. And I'll be drawing. You just imagine me sketching away at my iPad. If I'm not on the Pearl SMP, that's probably what I'm doing. Drawing. I've got so much to do. But yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful time. Oh, we've got 1 more hydrate. Before I go, I will hydrate. Is any of my friends live? Any of my friends, are you live? Oopsie. No, because I think that would. Oh, we've got 3. Ooh, how many hydrates is that? I've missed a couple hydrates. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oopsie. 3. 4. Trying to count with water in your mouth is a bad idea. So yeah. Bye, and rest of the chat. Exactly. Thank you so much for spending time in this corner of the internet, guys. And yes, welcome, Lisa. Nice to have you here. If you... Anything else I want to say? I don't know. Going back to sleep. Oh, bless humanity. I did wonder, because it's probably really late for you. I'm just going to do this if you are new to the community, or new to the chat, and you are interested in maybe engaging in the community. Then we have a community Discord. Help yourself to pop on if you want to. We're cool there. We're cool peeps. But as I always do in these streams, 11 AM. Oh, really early. Okay. Good night, Melody. Good night, Melody. Yeah. Thank you so much for spending time in this corner of the internet. I had a good time. Hope you did too. The next stream won't be tomorrow, like I said, because it's my birthday tomorrow, so I'm going to enjoy it with some friends. But from there on out, I'm eager to start streaming again. I don't know if it'll be daily or how my schedule will look. We'll see. I'm working on animatic and I'll be gaming, so we'll hop on the Pearl SMP. But with that said, it is time for me to release you into the void that is the internet. Adios into the void. Exactly. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Dragon. I hope I'll have a good birthday. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. See you in the void. Bye-bye.